Hey YouTube, welcome back to episode number 4 of building a web server using Alma Linux 9. So in the previous episode number 3, we got round to installing Apache web server, and we're now going to install php 8.2, being one of the latest builds of PHP. Let's go to our console. There we are, and let's go. As always, doing a DNF update does kind of help you just to make sure that your OS is up to date. As you can see, I do have a package now, so I'm just going to quickly go through that. Okay, welcome back. So now what we need to do is install the EPEL repository. Now this is quite a long string, so yeah, it's in the description for you just to paste in there. Don't forget that you do need root access for all of this, so if you don't have a root account, you'll obviously need to do the sudo in front of it and be a member of that group. But yeah, I'm using the root account, so yeah. Anyway, so we're going to install the EPEL repository, so I'm just going to click yes to that, and there we go. I'm now going to install the REMI repository, so yet again the link is in the description below. And I'm just going to put yes because I want to install them, and there we go. So I'm just going to clear the screen just to make life a little bit easier for you guys, and then what I'm going to do now is do DNF module list PHP, and what this does is it allows you to choose the version of PHP that you want to install. Now hopefully if my editing is going correctly here, you can see the entire screen. There is a couple of messages you did need to click yes for, and as you can see there is two different lists. There's a list from the Alma 9 repository, and that only has 8.1, and then REMI's repository has PHP 7.4, 8.0, 8.1 and 8.2. So depending on which one you want to install, if you just want 8.1, there's nothing stopping you using the Alma Linux 9 repository. However, we want REMI's one. So what we're going to do is install REMI's version of 8.2. So what I need to do now is run a command DNF module reset PHP. Nothing to do, that's fine. And then I'm going to do sudo DNF module enable php-remi -8.2, which is this guy here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear the screen just so that you can actually see that command properly. So it is sudo DNF module enable php-remi -8.2, and then hit enter, and then it's got enabling module streams php-remi 8.2. What this now does is every time you want to install PHP, it will go to REMI 8.2. Okay, that's what that command does, and it is really useful for that part. Now what I'm going to do is run the following command: DNF install PHP. Now I don't need to put the REMI in there because we just set the module PHP to REMI 8.2. So DNF install PHP. Now I want to install some some modules or extensions as well. So I'm going to put php-common space php-opcache, php-cli, php-curl, php-gd, and php-mysqlnd. Now that's for the next episode when we install MySQL. Now again, this command will be in the description as well, and just to remind you guys, if you don't have a root account or you don't have root access, you'll need to do the sudo command first, but also be a member of the wheel group or the sudoers if you're using another Linux build. And then I'm going to hit enter. And as always, you're going to get asked, is this okay? And you just type in yes, and it will download all the packages that you've asked for and any extras it needs. So basically just keep pressing yes until it all installs nicely. And then it's complete. Yay! So all that's really left to do now is to enable and start the PHP. So we just need to do systemctl start php-fpm and then systemctl enable php-fpm. Obviously what the enable does is it just makes sure that when we reboot the server that all the services are up and running. Now what I want to do is I want to create a test to make sure that PHP is working fine. So I'm going to do cd var www/html, which is the root directory of the Apache web server. I was getting worried then because, yep, as you can see, we've got no files in there at this moment in time, or no directories. So yeah, if I create a file now, I can call that file on Chrome or Firefox or whatever web browser of your choice, and we can see if the PHP is indeed working as it should. So I'm just going to do vi php-test.php, and in here I'm just going to open up the PHP tag, type in PHP info with the brackets at the end of it and the colon to denote the end of the line, and then I'm just going to close the tags, hit the old escape key, hit the colon, then W and Q to write and quit, and then we're back here. Now I've kind of learnt the hard way that sometimes the start php.fpm doesn't always work. You can obviously do the restart or reload, but it's kind of good at this point to reboot the server itself. Okay, welcome back. The server has now restarted, so we can now test PHP by going to the web address and then selecting php-test.php, which is the file we just created, and you can see that the PHP info is here, and we've got PHP version 8.2.2 successfully installed, and it works fine. This file is also useful because it gives you the location of the php.ini file and some other system information as well, if you need to use it or you want some information there. So guys, that is how you install REMI PHP 8.2.2 onto your Alma Linux 9 Apache web server. If you find this useful, please let me know below. Please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Believe it or not, guys, every little helps. If you do have any comments at all, please let me know below, and I will see you in episode number 5 when we install MySQL. Cheers for watching now. Goodbye.